Ever feel like you're just buried under debt, like you're treading water and not getting anywhere? Well, you are definitely not alone. Over the next few minutes, we're going to walk through 5 proven strategies to help you finally take back control. Think of this as your roadmap to financial freedom. Let's get right into it. Yeah, that feeling when you open up your statements and your stomach just drops. It can feel completely overwhelming, like this huge weight on your shoulders, but I've got good news for you. There's absolutely a path out of it, and that's exactly what we're going to map out together right now. So we're going to do this as a countdown. We'll start with strategy number 5 and work our way all the way up to the number 1, most powerful strategy of them all. Each one kind of builds on the one before it. So let's just dive right in. All right, kicking things off with strategy number 5. This one is the absolute bedrock. Seriously, if you don't nail this one, nothing else we talk about is even going to matter. It's super simple, but it's crucial. You have to pay more than the minimum payment. You know, here's a little secret about how this system is set up, that minimum payment on your statement. It's not really there to help you. It's basically a trap designed to keep you paying and paying for as long as humanly possible. Most of that tiny payment just gets eaten up by interest, so you barely even touch the amount you actually owe. Get this, paying only the minimum on a regular credit card balance can stretch out your repayment for decades. We're talking 20 years or more. You could end up paying way more in interest than what you originally bought in the first place. So rule number 1, the very first step, is to break that minimum payment habit for good. Okay, so once you're committed to paying more than the minimum, you need a game plan. Which brings us to strategy number 4, the debt snowball. Now this one is all about psychology. It's about playing mind games with yourself to build some serious momentum. The idea here is pretty brilliant because it's like a little brain hack. You ignore the interest rates for a minute and focus all your extra money on your smallest debt first. When you wipe it out completely, boom, you get this quick, powerful win. You get that little hit of, yes, I did it. And that feeling, that's what motivates you to do it all over again with the next one. So here's the game plan, step by step. First, you list all your debts from the smallest balance to the largest. Then you keep making minimum payments on everything except that smallest one. You attack that little guy with every spare dollar you can find. Once it's gone, you take that entire payment you were making and you roll it over to the next smallest debt. See, your payment snowball is getting bigger and more powerful as it crushes each debt in its path. Okay, so if the snowball is all about psychology and momentum, strategy number 3 is all about cold, hard math. This is the debt avalanche, and it's designed to do one thing: save you the most money possible. With the avalanche, you forget about the balances and laser focus on the interest rates. Why? Well, think of it like a fire. Your highest interest debt is the biggest fire, burning through your cash every single day by putting that one out. First, you stop more interest from piling up, which can save you a ton of money in the long run. The process is basically the same as the snowball, but the order is flipped on its head. You list your debts by interest rate from the highest down to the lowest. You make the minimums on everything else, and then you throw all your extra cash at that high interest monster until it is completely gone. Then you roll that whole payment over to the next one on the list. So which one's for you? Snowball or avalanche? It really just comes down to psychology versus math. The snowball is fantastic for getting those quick wins that keep you fired up. The avalanche is the most efficient option that saves you the most money on interest. But honestly, there is no wrong answer. The best plan is the one you'll actually stick with, period. Moving on to strategy number 2. Now this one isn't a full repayment plan like the others. Instead, it's a really powerful tool you can use to speed things up, whether you're using the snowball or the avalanche. It's called a balance transfer, and this is a huge, but you have to be super careful with it. So here's how it works. You find a new credit card that's offering a 0% introductory interest rate, usually for something like 12 or 18 months, then you move your high interest debt, say from a card that's charging you 22% over to this new card. All of a sudden, the interest clock stops ticking. Every single dollar you pay goes directly to chopping down your principal balance, not just feeding the interest beast. But here is the critical part. The big warning label that 0% rate is a ticking clock. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to pay off the entire balance before that introductory period ends. Because if you don't, the interest rate doesn't just go up a little. It skyrockets sometimes to a rate that's even higher than what you had before. You could wind up right back where you started, or even worse. Okay, we've made it. We've talked about paying the minimums, we've talked about methods, we've talked about tools, but none of that really works at full power without our number one strategy. This isn't just another tip. This is the engine. This is the secret sauce that makes everything else actually work. This is it. This is the mindset shift. Getting out of debt isn't a passive thing that just happens. It's a fight. You have to go on the offensive. You have to declare war on your debt, and the ammunition you use in that war is cash. So where do you find this cash? Well, a lot of the time it's just hiding in plain sight. We're talking about canceling subscriptions. You forgot you even had brewing your coffee at home instead of spending $5 a day selling some old stuff that's just collecting dust in the garage. Each little change might only free up 20, 50, or $100 a month, but when you add it all together, that's some serious firepower you can aim directly at your debt. And let's be clear about what this attack really means. This is not about depriving yourself of all joy. It's not about punishment. It's about empowerment. It's about you making a conscious choice, deciding that your future financial freedom is way more important than a streaming service you don't watch. You're taking control. That's what this is all about. And there you have it, a full toolkit for getting out of debt. From the foundational rule of paying more than the minimum all the way to attacking your debt with real intensity, the path is laid out for you. So I guess the only question left to ask is this: what's your first step going to be? You?